It was one of those quiet Saturdays when life feels perfectly ordinary. Until it isn't. The morning sun filtered softly through our curtains, and I could hear the sound of water running in the shower. My husband, Mark, was getting ready for the day. We had no big plans, just a simple breakfast and a lazy weekend ahead. But in a single heartbeat, everything changed. His phone buzzed on the nightstand. Normally, I never would have looked. Mark had always been the man I trusted more than anyone. But that day, something in my chest whispered, "Check it." Maybe it was instinct. Maybe it was something divine. I picked up the phone, my fingers trembling slightly as I unlocked it. And then I saw it, a message from someone named Claire. "I want you so badly right now. I can't stop thinking about you." The world seemed to go still. My stomach twisted and the sound of my heartbeat roared in my ears. I read the message again, hoping it was a misunderstanding. But deep down I knew this wasn't innocent. When Mark came out of the bathroom and saw me holding his phone, his expression told me everything. Before he even spoke, the truth spilled out in broken words. "She's a co-worker." It wasn't physical. Just talking, just harmless fun. But to me it wasn't harmless at all. It was betrayal, not of the body, but of the heart. That night, I sat in silence beside him, staring at the man I thought I knew. Every laugh, every kiss, every promise now felt like a memory from someone else's life. I didn't leave him, not that night. Not the next day. People often say staying means weakness. But for me it was hope. Hope that maybe beneath the wreckage of what we were, something real still existed. We began therapy. The first sessions were brutal. Raw confessions, tearful silences, and truths we had ignored for years. Mark admitted he felt distant, that life had become routine. The spark was fading and he didn't know how to reach me anymore. Hearing that hurt more than the betrayal itself. But as painful as it was, I saw something I hadn't seen in a long time. Honesty for once. He wasn't pretending, and maybe I wasn't either. Because if I was honest, I had let the small things slip too. Between bills, work, and responsibilities, we had stopped being us. Claire wasn't the cause. She was a symptom, a reflection of the space that had grown between us. We fought, we cried. There were nights we yelled until our voices broke. And nights we fell asleep holding hands, terrified of losing each other completely. Slowly, little by little, we started to rebuild, not perfectly, not easily, but sincerely. Laughter began to return, small smiles. Random hugs and short messages that said "I miss you" replaced silence. But even then, the fear never fully vanished. Every time his phone buzzed, a part of me still flinched. Months passed, the storm had calmed. But the silence left behind was heavy. Healing, I realized, wasn't just about forgiving him. It was about rediscovering me. For years I had defined myself as Mark's wife. But now I needed to remember who Emily was before the marriage, before the heartbreak. So I began journaling again, writing my pain, my confusion, and my growth. I reconnected with friends, took walks alone, and tried new things that made me feel alive again. Mark noticed. At first he thought he was losing me. But in truth, the stronger I became for myself, the more strength I brought back to our marriage. We learned to communicate not as husband and wife, hiding behind politeness, but as two humans choosing to be honest. Forgiveness didn't erase what happened. It simply meant I chose not to let it control me. And through it all, I became someone new. Someone wiser, tougher, and more aware of her worth. Some days I still doubt, some days I still ache. But I also smile because I survived. That message didn't just break me. It rebuilt me to anyone who's ever felt the sting of betrayal. Remember, you are not broken, you are becoming.